Another big stretch of payment on 290 is finally open. We are mapping out the changes. Artwork saluting Houston rappers being swiped. Now the mayor's office is on the case.
And Gwyneth Paltrow's lifestyle company is hit with a big fine. Now an expert talks about what he calls modern-day snake oil. The news starts now.
And starting now, we are beginning with breaking news and the loss of a Hollywood icon. Burt Reynolds dying from a heart attack.
The Hollywood Reporter and TMZ were among the first to break the news just after 1:30 this afternoon. He starred in movies such as Smokey and the Bandit and Cannonball Run. He'll always be remembered here, though, for his role in The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Meg Oliver has this look back at his life and career.
With his athletic physique and sly smile, Burt Reynolds was one of the biggest movie stars of the 70s and early 80s. He first rose to fame in TV westerns after an injury ended his college football career. But it was his turn as Macho Louis Medlock in the 1972 wilderness classic Deliverance that turned him into a superstar.
Who has the ability to survive.
That same year, Reynolds shocked America by posing nude for Cosmopolitan. He later said he thought the photo cost him and his Deliverance co-stars Oscar recognition. But it didn't cost him fans. A string of hits followed, including The Longest Yard, in which he tapped into his football background.
Never said anything about losing either.
And the smash Smokey and the Bandit, which paired him with Sally Field.
Oh, cowboys love fat calves.
Fat?
No bigger than mine.
Reynolds said he had to convince the producers to cast her in the role.
Watching Sally Field act is sexy. Talent is sexy.
The pair became a couple off-screen as well. Years later, Reynolds would often say she was the one that got away. In 1988, he married actress Lonnie Anderson, but it ended in a messy divorce. After a series of box office flops, Reynolds returned to television, winning an Emmy for the CBS sitcom Evening Shade.
Hello, Colonel, how are you?
In 1997, Reynolds enjoyed a brief career resurgence, co-starring in Paul Thomas Anderson's debut Boogie Nights.
I think heaven has sent you here, Dirk Diggler.
The role as an adult film director earned him an Academy Award nomination. Yes! Reynolds continued to act into his later years. He said through all of his life's ups and downs, you just keep going on. Meg Oliver, CBS News.
Reynolds was reportedly surrounded by family members at a Florida hospital when he passed. He was 82 years old.
And we are remembering Burt Reynolds' life and career all day as we lead into the CBS Evening News. Tonight we're also asking, do you have a favorite film of his or favorite movie memory? You can leave your thoughts and condolences on our KHOU 11 Facebook page.
And breaking now here in Houston, police are investigating a domestic dispute that has turned deadly. The victim was found in West Houston on Faust Lane near the Sam Houston Tollway. She was later pronounced dead at the hospital. The suspect is in custody. Houston police say they plan to give more details later on, but for now, no names are being released.
Also breaking now, chaos in Cincinnati after a gunman opens fire at a bank.
That deadly rampage forced police to shut down downtown this morning. A total of 4 people are now dead. That includes the gunman. 2 others were injured. We know that the suspect was not a bank employee. Right now, police have not identified anyone. The police chief says that the shooter began opening fire on the loading dock at the Fifth Third Bank regional headquarters.
And proceeded to the lobby area of the building where he was engaged by several of our officers. There were gunshots exchanged. At this point, the shooter is deceased.
Horrific, grotesque, unacceptable, a sickness, and it's happened in cities across the country far too often.
No officers were hurt. The motive of the shooting is still unknown. The FBI and ATF are helping local police with this investigation. We will continue to cover this story on air and online throughout the day on KHOU.com.
Family members of an Omni Hotel employee who drowned during Hurricane Harvey are now expanding their lawsuit. It now centers around the elevator she was trapped in. Lawyers representing Jill Rennick say an engineer had to rescue another employee flooded out in the building's elevator 2 years before Harvey. The family is suing, saying the company failed to install required flood sensors. The owners and operators not commenting, though, until the lawsuit is underway.
And new at 4, researchers are putting out a call for more volunteers to sign up for a second round of wristband tests to help monitor potential chemical hazards in the wake of Hurricane Harvey. We've told you in the past about Baylor College of Medicine's effort to monitor traces of harmful chemicals that may have leaked out during Harvey's floods on the east side of Harris County near Highlands. The first round picked up no toxins, but a second round of tests are being done to be safe.
All right, let's take a peek outside now. Sunny near downtown. However, there always is a however. There are some other areas getting hit right now with rain.
Yeah, that should be the second line of a meteorologist. You know, however, however, David Paul.
Just this one thing. Yeah, however, it depends on where you are. I mean, take a look at the time lapse from Methodist Sugarland Hospital. Beautiful, partly cloudy, tropical day. Then the rain came through. Some heavy downpours, and now the parking lot's wet there at Methodist Hospital in Sugarland. It's all because of Gordon's tropical feed into the remnant circulation of what was Gordon. I'm calling it Gordon's tropical tail. Look at all the moisture that is still spilling into southeast Texas. We've got some pretty heavy downpours in northern Liberty County. That's pushing toward Cold Spring, just south of Livingston. And then there's that light rain, Sugarland down to El Campo, Horton County, Jackson County. This evening, it's a 50% rain chance through 5 o'clock, and rain chances quickly shut off, 20% by 7 o'clock, and then we're done with rain chances heading in to 10 o'clock this evening. But rounds of tropical downpours will continue into the weekend. I've got that forecast, and then a complete update on the tropics, which are still busy. Florence, the update in just a couple of minutes.
Thank you, David. Highway construction on 290. Well, the nightmare is nearly over, but not before this weekend's big shutdown. Jason Miles is live along 290. So Jason, give us the area that's affected this weekend.
Well, first of all, Jason, that big shutdown has been rescheduled because of that rainy forecast. Still, officials anticipate the project will move along as previously scheduled. Let's take a look at some video. I can tell you the shutdown that was scheduled for this weekend was between Bingle and West Little York, scheduled for the weekend, but again has been pushed back because of the forecast. That's some good news for anyone who may have been heading to College Station or may be heading to College Station for the big A&M game. Jason knows they're playing number 2 ranked Clemson. Potentially significant delays were anticipated. Not getting the work done this weekend means it will likely happen next weekend.
We appreciate the patience the public has had. Most of the people who call us simply want to know what's going on. Sometimes they're frustrated and upset, and we get that. It's difficult.
Big inconveniencies over the next couple of weeks should pay off in the long run. That's because once the next major shutdown is over, all main lanes between Little York and the 610 loop will be open in both directions. I'll have the very latest on all of this coming up at 5 o'clock, including the very latest timeline on the bulk of this project that again has been going on for about 7 years at a cost of about $2.4 billion. Again, the latest coming up at 5. Jason.
Thank you, Jason. Good news for football fans and those in Cypress and Jersey Village, etc., etc. And of course, a reminder, you can always check traffic maps, read up on scheduled maintenance, and find alternative routes in the traffic section of our KHOU 11 News app. Find it free in the App Store or on Google Play.
Yeah, you know that freeway all too well.
A little bit, yeah.
Just a bit.